All you dings keep coming in. How many people we got? Can you guys see my stream? Chat, let me know if you can see the stream. Can you hear me? You can see it. Thank you, Undead. Yes and yes. All right. It has been a while. So, mods, let me know roughly in chat or anybody in chat. Let me know. Oh, you just did the everyone. Okay. We got to wait for that. Wait for everybody to get in here. Come on in, guys. Everyone hydrated? Cyanide, yes, there will be more coming. We'll be talking about where we are and future plans in the revitalized team. All your favorites are back. Plus some new faces. I want to get a full room here before we begin, or close to it. I don't know what a full room is. 70? But I'll take whatever we got to start. Because we split it into three, so some people decided not to stay up late to watch this one. They're going to catch the 2 p.m. one. So we got three shows today. We got one today at 11. We have another one at 2, and we have another one at 5. And these streams are going to probably be about an hour, a little over an hour. But I'll hang out with you guys in chat in between. Welcome, welcome. Keep those dings coming in. How many are we up to now in Chief Chat? Mods can let me know. Rough count. 3035, good. Hey, of the 3035 in here, how many of you have already downloaded the build and will be joining us today? Or not joining us today?
Yeah, that seems right, about 3035.
Wouldn't it be great for A Luna to have surveys? I got to put that in there. Hasn't been our priority to work on A Luna in a while, but we do need some functionality
I
for
think
this
50
stuff.
is a good number to expect.
Yeah, I think that was our regular number, about 3550. Okay, so hello, Gate Striders, and welcome to the first of the Chief Chats today. There will be three. There is one now, there is one at 2 p.m., and then there is one at 5 p.m. We are not publicly streaming on Twitch for a couple of reasons. One is I don't really support Twitch anymore. And two, I want to keep this to primarily backers right now and all of you faithful Gate Striders who have stuck around with us for so long. And the third reason is I'd like to announce we have a new partner. We have a new partner. I am friends with the CEO of Rumble, and they are doing gaming servers now and infrastructure. So all of you guys who were patiently waiting for us to get the backer site up, that was us porting from Amazon to Rumble. And the Rumble staff has been fantastic with helping us, and they're very good about it. And currently the data center we're running on is in New York. So if your ping time is a little low and you're on the West Coast, that may be why. But you can expect uh, more uh, more things to happen there. I can't tell you what's going to happen, but more things are going to happen there. So I'm very grateful to Rumble for hosting us. It is still paid. It's not a it's we're not getting a discount or anything like that. They've been asking us for a long time to switch over, and they're a little bit cheaper than Amazon, so we're happy for that. Europe won't have as much trouble because Europe connects to East Coast, so you're actually going to be in better shape than people say in Australia or to the west that would connect to the West Coast. So that's, I apologize for how long it took to get the back end running, but the back end is running now on the original theme. And Emily, for the next step, will be working on the new theme for it. So that is coming and it's going to have some cool additional features as we focus more on milestone based development and other things. But hey, you guys are here to see the game. So not all of you have downloaded yet. I wanted you to go ahead and get a taste for it. So we'll be streaming the changes in gameplay. So right now, hopefully my frame rate is okay for you on stream. I'm getting like, what am I getting? There's a frame rate counter now. If you hit F3, you can toggle it on and off. I'm getting 157 frames. And this is still the Copa map, but we have now lit it for nighttime. And that has a completely different feel. That has a completely different feel that I actually enjoy a lot. And for those of you who remember the old Firefall nights, it's not quite as dark as that. You don't need flashlights or anything. But in order to get this lighting, we had to do a couple of things. Like there's actually lights on the character now so that you can see your character even if you walk into shadow. And to do that, because of the number of lights on screen, we are actually running Lumen and Megalights in Unreal Engine 5.5. This build has been completely updated to 5.5, and that is allowing us to do all sorts of lights. You can get up to about 700 lights before you have some artifacts, but that's being improved. So by the time we release, Megalights should be fine. All right, so again, this is the regular Copa map. We have made some changes. So the draw distance of the vegetation now is triple what it was before. So you're not going to see that sort of nasty sort of pop in. Now my particles are going to be a little bright here, but that's just because we haven't tuned the particle effects yet. But there is a Red 5 guy, Phil, who's been in chat, and he did the effects. He did a lot of the effects in Firefall, and he'll be joining us, and hopefully we can get him soon to help us tune these visual effects that are more performant and that they also don't have this sort of like ugly sliding full brightness at night. So the main thing, obviously, is that we have a new Thumper encounter, and I kind of want my own, but I'll join this one. So let's go ahead. We've replaced every single white box with a model, either our own model. These are our own rocks. You may recognize them as resources we've just scaled up for this. And of course, if I switch to plasma cannon, that now has a model. Yay! You guys have been waiting forever for that. Plasma cannon has a model. Now, this is not our own model. This is a modular gun system, and it is off the Unreal Marketplace. But that's one of the things we'll be working on is our own modular gun system, mainly for the art pipeline. We haven't committed to doing modular guns for players to customize, although if we have that system, we might consider it. It's mainly so that we can make guns very fast for the game, because we're a small team and we want to keep it that way. The Tsihu have better ragdoll now, and they have an all-new animation system. We are switching over to our Lyra animation system. And the Swarmers not just use an animation system. Oh, these guys are a little stuck. And they use animation sharing, so you can get a lot on the screen. The frame rate drop you see, because I was running at 150, is not because of the Swarmers. It's the Tsihu who have not been switched over to animation sharing yet. But the Swarmer guys are actually very performant. And oh, these guys aren't dying. So bear with us. We're gonna have a few bugs here. We're gonna have a few bugs because you know, this is brand new code and you guys are gonna help us exercise it. But if you're in the server by yourself and you're dropping thumpers, you're going to see these guys swarming all over the place. And we can have a lot of them. We've added volumetric lighting, which is another Unreal 5 feature. So you can see that let me get ahead of the thumper here. You can see that he's got flashlights on his chest. He's doing his thing. And I see that we have 5 players in the game now. The other thing that we are doing is, like I said, we replaced so much. So the animation systems are replaced. The Tsihu animations, the Swarmer animations, they are fully textured and rendered, as you can see, as they stand here and do nothing. Don't worry, we'll get... There we go. We had running Swarmers, but somebody killed them. There's separate lighting on the gun now, so that even if I'm in dark shadowed areas, I can still see my gun model. And I have to thank one of our new developers. You may recognize him in chat, Neo. Neo has been doing a tremendous amount of work on the new Lyra animation system. Oh, thumper pickup. Here we go. A little light beam comes down and then he gets picked up. Kind of a cool effect. Little bit too much bloom there. We'll fix that. But we want, we could have spent another week tuning a lot of this stuff, but I think the most important thing we want to show you guys is to get a new build into your hands. If you remember, 14 months ago, we took down all backer packs and we left subscriptions up. But so we didn't take any real funding, and I have to commend the team for largely volunteering to do all this. And that is because we weren't not in a place where I felt like we could deliver demos again at a reliable pace. But that is revitalized now. The team is totally amped and galvanized, and we've been working 12-hour days to get you a new build and to do a lot of under-the-hood adjustments. And we are now, like my email says, we'll be dropping a lot more builds. We'll be dropping probably 10 to 15 builds this year, and the goal is to get the playable mock-up goals, the Indiegogo goals, all those we want done in the next 3 to 6 builds. So we're not too far off. We have the Tsihu encounter. Multiplayer was never specified, but we have multiplayer now. We are working on the other features, like a better Omniframe model. This one's kind of dated compared to all the new art. And I textured these guys, by the way, so I'm pretty happy with the way they came out. Swarmers, too. We are going to basically hit every single feature of the Indiegogo and get it done in 3 to 6 months. And that, or 3 to 6 builds, which could be faster than months. We're moving at a much more accelerated pace. You're going to see a lot more activity from us. All right, another thumper coming down. The game is tuned way too easy right now, so we will be fixing that. Like, these guys just go down, and the swarmers don't really hurt you, and the thumper has a lot of hit points, and you are at no risk of him being destroyed if you are playing anywhere near, consistently. But that will change. Let's see if we can get some swarmers that actually move here. See if a portal opens up. There we go. There they go. So the swarmers have 3 attacks right now. They have a bite, and they go right for the thumper, so you got to protect them. They go, they claw, bite, and they leap, so they'll actually jump up and try to attack you. And they also have a beam weapon. That animation is done, but we don't have that attack hooked up yet. So I just wanted to welcome everybody back. I know you guys have been super patient, uh, but the whole team is back. The whole team is back, and they're excited. And we know we've had a lot of issues. I apologize for that. We've been communication dark for a long time. You guys have known about the health issues in my family and things like that. That's why we took down the packs too. That's another reason. But we actually need your help now in order to maintain this pace and so that I can get in some additional artists for things like the beast mode for the Tsihu, because we did commit to that. I think what we're going to do is that not all of them will shift. We'll have special Tsihu that are shapeshifters, and we will get that shapeshifting in. That's a goal for the next 3 to 6 builds. Need an artist for that. And we will also get in the mini kaiju boss encounter, which was a stretch goal that will be at the end. And then the Omni frames need an art refresh. We have the prototype art and concept for them. I'll be building that out, and we'll be including hard driver mode, which is something else that we also said we would deliver for the M3. So M3 will be wrapping up, and it'll be happening fast. It'll be happening a lot faster than ever before. And we need your help. So, we haven't taken any backer packs in 14 months. And I've never asked for subscriptions. I've never asked for anything else. You cannot even sign up as a new member to the website yet. We're not taking anybody new as of yet because I want to get some other changes I'm going to talk about here in a minute. But we are encouraging you. If you like what you see here, if you like, the tone and what we're doing and the progress we're making so far and this demo, then I want to personally ask you to please come back. Please come back and sub. We have skins. There's 4 months of skins waiting. And if anyone signs up and resubs, I will add those 4 skins to each of your accounts. So you won't be missing anything since December. And the other thing is, if you upgrade your pack or any amount or buy any pack, you will get the new Founder Sentinel drone, which hovers off your shoulder. It's an ability that you can slot into your Omni frame when we eventually have garages. And that gives you a little sentinel that flies over your shoulder and is a point defense system. So good for things against swarmers and things like that. Now, everyone gets that ability, but for founders, for people who purchase or upgrade a pack, they will get the Founder edition of that model, and Arc Lieges and Kaiju Slayers get the Chroma version of that model. And if you want to see what that's going to look like, the concept, it is in the email that we sent out to all backers. So yeah, that is and also all packs are 25% off. All upgrades are 25% off. And we could really use this jumpstart. Everyone here has been volunteering their time. I would really like to get, the beast mode finished for the Tsihu. I would really like to get the mini kaiju boss encounter into Thumper, because then that completes the Thumper encounter. And to do that, I'm going to need a little more help. I can texture, I can code, I can do sound. One thing I cannot do is make organic creatures. I can model frames, but we do need some additional help for that. And the only way we can do that is through the packs. And I'll talk a little bit about how the subscription mode works. Subscription keeps the lights on. Basically, office overhead, internet, power, electricity, all that kind of stuff. Servers, we have over $1,500 a month in services that we have to do for just keeping the servers up and running, just keeping the monthly stuff happening. So that's where it's going. And then the packs really go towards the additional contractors we need. So yeah, we can keep this pace up. If you like what you see and you want to see more of it, and you want to see the drone, which by the way, this isn't going to be a skin cosmetic. When you get, what I mean is you're not buying a JPEG. The next build is going to have the sentry in it, and for people who have the upgrade, you will be able to use your specific founder grade model for the sentry, and you will look different from everybody else. And if you are an Arc Leech, you will have the Chroma version of that Sentry, and you will be have something very unique compared to everybody else. So this bonus that we're offering this time, you're going to see it in the next build. We're not talking, 6 builds from now, 10 builds from now. You're talking about the build we do after this. So what are we doing after this? Well, we got a couple of things. One is you might have seen some of our recent screenshots in our email. We are going to be doing a photo mode so we can more easily create these marketing materials. And we are going to be optimizing on the server side. Although it's not too bad right now. I see that everything's moving, and we've got even more players in the game. So we've got some weird issue where sometimes the spawners and the Tsihu don't animate so well when there's server load. But the frame rates are still high. Like I said, it's only 60 right now because we have Tsihu on the screen. When you get swarmers on the screen, their performance is actually really great. They don't have much FPS drop at all. These guys are not surviving. All right, let's try another thumper here. So remember, it's C for the call down menu, S for scan. And when you scan here, you will find different nodes. Let's see, 83 meters, 30 meters. I'm going to try a different location. So if you guys can hear me, come over here. And let's see how the thumper works right here. And then C again, T, call down the thumper. How you guys liking the nighttime look right now? I think it looks pretty cool. Does it feel like night? It's actually fake night. We have a really bright moon. That doesn't happen in real life, but you get used to it in movies. So that's what people kind of expect. It's not the pitch black that it was before. So Shaney asks, it's good. Will day and nights have different colors lighting depending on the biome? Yeah. So we do want to get a different lighting per biome. I think that would be good. I'm not so keen on the day-night cycles now because I think that different zones with different textures will need a different vibe. I do want to do like a zone like this, obviously the rocky volcanic one. And I also want to do a biome that's more like Copa for memory's sake, like beaches and bright sunlight. And that will be the fully terraformed areas that the Gate Striders have fully terraformed. And those are the ones that you can kick back, relax, play beach volleyball or whatever. I'm not saying we're doing beach volleyball. I'm just saying. There we go. More swarmers. If the swarmer hit points are really not a lot right now, they pop. We changed it so you can missile lock them. Someone already did. Obviously, their area effect weapons are really good against them. They do take plasma damage. They do take assault rifle damage. I think this is far more mobs than we had in the Firefall waves. You tell me. But I was watching. I posted that video of the old Firefall thumping, and it seems like there are a lot more waves in Ember than there are in Firefall. Yes, we are changing the name of the game, and we will not tell you what it is because we actually have people out there trying to camp the name. And we would like to get our federal trademarks in place before we announce it. And that does take a while. It takes like 6 months, 12 months to get a federal trademark. And so that's another thing that by upgrading a pack today or resubbing, that really helps out with things like getting our legal trademarks registered and all that stuff, which is really important right now. So the main thing is I understand that not everybody, it's a different economy. Not everybody has money for packs, but please come back as a subscriber. I know we lost subscribers when we stopped doing skins because I was listening to trolls who said that they didn't want skins, but you guys voted with your wallets. And so we went back to doing skins. And like I said, there's 4 months of skins waiting for you. And for anybody who subscribes, we will add those back to you. So you will get 4 months of prior skins right away. Not right away, but when we do the batch process and we hook everybody up. So yeah, I understand that packs can't be for everyone, but subscriptions are still only $7.95, and you get, I think, a lot of value for it for the skins. And for the packs, we do have the upgrade perk that you can play and use right away in the next build. That's going to be one of the next features. So this demo is only for backers, and we only contacted existing backers because we want to like make you guys happy first. You guys are the ones that have stuck with us the longest. You guys are the ones that are always here in Chief Chats, and that is something that I wanted to respect. And so this is only for backers. When we open this up, there will be a new map. I want to actually get to the probably the volcanic icy terrain map. Now remember, the M3 goal only promises one map, but it looks like we're going to be able to give you at least two with Copa and the new one come around. The new one come around should look a lot better because technology's improved a lot. So the ground textures are going to be better. Obviously, we've been working on the lighting. The lighting is going to be better. The skies are going to be better. And there's no water, but we'll have lava. And we'll be doing a lot of work on that. So the whole game's going to look even better because these medium frames are going to be replaced. Now, remember, the M3 goal only includes the medium frame. And so I want to make sure it looks good. And these are the old frames that we have here. You guys have seen the concepts for the new frames, and so we'll be switching over to that. And they will have hard driver mode, so you can fully encase yourself if you want. The Thumper encounter is also going to be retuned. Obviously, it is too easy right now, and I want it to be even more fun. And I want it to feel like more like Helldivers or meets Space Marines 2. So that's what we want to go for because we realize that the Thumper encounter is really like a horde mode. It's like a little horde mode level within a level when you call down the Thumper. I guess Firefall did it first, but they didn't have as many units as we did. And we're going to hopefully increase the amount of swarmers too, and the way we could do that, because there's actually a lot of swarmers spawning, but you guys are killing them so fast that you don't see sort of the masses that are coming at you. But you can see some clustered around here. And Plasma just one-shots them. The other thing I want to do is well, like I said, the priority is all the M3 goals, and we're really not that far off. I mean, having the art pipeline for the modular gun system, a couple of new base concepts, tuning this up a bit, and we want to start delivering on backer rewards. We're not going to do all of them. And remember, when you guys backed the prior milestones, we always said those rewards will launch at the launch of the game. But I don't think that holds water too much anymore. So what I want to do is start releasing more backer rewards. Not all of them, but the ones that are not going to take too much effort to do, like the banners on the backs of your Omni frames. I think that would be cool. By your founder status, I think that's a backer reward we could do pretty soon. And the other thing, like I said, is those Sentinel drones and the Sentinel drone ability. You'll be able to play those next build. And next build is not too far away. Next build is 3 to 4 weeks away. And we want to keep up that pace, and sometimes there'll be builds in between that are quicker. So if you want to know how our builds will be paced, you can think about the old Intel TikTok strategy. Do you guys know what that is? Where Intel would release a microprocessor that had major changes and performance improvements, and then they would do a minor refresh, and then they would do another major one. You can expect the builds to sort of follow that cadence. So what happens after we finish M3? Well, after we finish M3, that actually fully satisfies the Kickstarter playable prototype. And like I said, we're really close to that. It's going to be faster than you think. The decision we have to make is, do we do Kickstarter or not? Because so much has changed in the gaming landscape. What I have been thinking about is continuing our milestone-based model, but making the milestones smaller and more focused. And the new theme on the website centers around that. So you can see we're at the M3 milestone now, and then there'll be future milestones listed there with dollar amount targets and actual estimates of costs that we will have on there that you guys can back. And there will be a core feature set that the dev team determines, but there's also going to be polls, user polls for a couple of additional features. Like, what else would you like to see this milestone? And there will be voting on the my.ember site. So you guys can vote for these additional features to help us prioritize kind of like the nice to have stuff, right? We have the critical path stuff that will be in the milestone, and then we're gonna have a section that's like, hey, here's like three or four things you can vote on, maybe five or six. And then we will take those votes on the site and we will honor them, and you guys will have input into that. Your input into that will probably depend on your backer level. If you're a base level subscriber, then you get, your vote is weighted one way. If you are a higher tier subscriber, because we are going to start thinking about higher tier subscriptions, or if you have backer packs, or if you're an Arc Liege, then your vote may count for more, and we'll weight it that way. But I thought that would be a fun way to get the community involved. All right, I'm just catching up on chat here. Moderators, if there are questions that are scrolled off, I'd prefer not to scroll off screen, so or people can repost their questions here. Keep your questions to the game, to our plans. And so people said, will there be, here, I'll throw one out. Will there be a roadmap? The milestones are our roadmap. So you will see that on the website. And honestly, we're going to do them one at a time after M3 and see how it goes. If that goes well, then we will do a fuller roadmap of future milestones on the same site that you can see and you can vote on. If we are able to shift over and fund the game just with milestones, we may never need to do a Kickstarter. So that is something that we haven't taken a decision on at all. Kickstarters have a lot of public visibility, and that's good. But, that is something that we have not yet decided. And it really depends on you guys. As you see the new site, as you see how we break up the milestones. But like I said, first priority, everything that was in that Indiegogo for M3 is going to be in here, including bringing back the shape-shifting. For a while, you heard me talk about how maybe we won't do the shape-shifting because it's not really necessary. I think we will bring it back. So some of these guys will be bigger and color-coded differently. Look at all those dead bodies. Can you spell something with them? And once we do that, satisfy the M3 goals, that's when we take the decision, Kickstarter or not, crowdfunding or not. The other thing that we are not doing is allowing anybody else into back at this moment. I want to make sure that we have a new level in here. I want to make sure that we work on some of the bugs here, some of the server lag and things like this. When I feel confident, then we'll let in new people. And I can tell you today, I posted the screenshots from the email to X today, and it is just popping off. People are saying, how can I back? Where do I sign up? And I have to tell them, sorry, you can't do that yet. So it's only you guys. So once again, I'm relying on you guys. I'm being very forthcoming here. We haven't taken any money in 14 months, and we could really use the support to bang this stuff out and get a jump start on the project. You guys might know that, we did take on a little bit of debt during that time in order to do stuff like art refresh and things like that. We'd like to get that paid down. We're very close to paying that down. Could use your help for that. And then, of course, there are some artists that I'd like to bring in. I mentioned, visual effects. I mentioned a couple of surprises that I have in store. And that will help the M3 milestone, and I would like to get that going. Plus, backer rewards. I would like to use the funds towards getting some of the backer rewards that were promised for launch early to you guys. I want to get them early to you guys. So in order to do that, it all depends on how much support we receive. And I understand that there are skeptics out there. It has been a long time. This is why this demo was important. We wanted to, you know, a lot of it was on the back end, we replaced every single white box asset. We're never going to use white box assets anymore. We'll always use either something temporary from the MP or create it ourselves. And most of the assets, are created by ourselves. All the Tsihu, the Thumper, the Omni frames, everything important is stuff that we built. So I know some people are saying, "Oh my gosh, are you asset flipping?" No, this is not an asset flip. These guys are all unique. Here's what's from the marketplace: the grass. That's it. And the new plasma cannon. Everything else here we've pretty much done from scratch, even the visual effects and the sound effects. So don't buy into that. There's a lot of people that want this game to fail. The email actually alludes to that, right? We have been under assault for a long time, and by people who are not interested in the game, people who aren't really concerned about the game. We did a massive purge of our Discord. I wrote a little bot using Grok and Grok AI sentiment analysis. And luckily, I think it's cleaned up a lot. I think you'll find that it's a lot more pleasant to hang out in Discord now. And Discord is still only locked to you guys. 54 members in Chief Chat. Welcome. All right, I'm going to look to chat here and answer some questions. Cyanide Consumer, I think it's fair if backers are critical of the project. Always. Critical feedback is the best. But it's obviously weird if people just join to talk shit. That was happening a lot. Let me tell you some of what was happening. So there is a guy out there that really has a hate boner for me because I like beautiful women in games. I talk about Stellar Blade. I talk about, hey, let's focus on gameplay and fun instead of politics in games. And they don't like that. So what this person did, I discovered, because they have a following, they flooded our server with hundreds of people that were posing as interested customers, and they would sit there and concern troll and try to make you guys feel bad, try to make us feel bad, and demoralize the entire server. That was an op, okay? That was a coordinated op. And worse than that, we actually caught fake backers, people who were pretending to be backers of the game, and they were flooding social media with, "I'm very upset. I want this. I want that." And when I reached out to them, I posted a screenshot of this. When I reached out to them, I said, "Hey, I'm sorry you're upset. Send me your Ember ID. Maybe we could talk or do something." And they would reply basically with a death threat GIF and a "ha ha ha, can't believe you fell for it." So yeah, we are under attack, but at the same time, people are rooting for us massively. You know that I've gained a lot of followers on X, and that was, because of what I believe, but they are rooting for us. And when I posted the screenshots of the game today, they reposted them everywhere. They were so happy because they wanted to just shut up all the haters, and the haters are so mad that they're posting. And someone mentioned an interesting thing to me. They said, "Mark, whatever you post on the game, and it's going to look good if it's screenshots like this, you're going to get so many people responding to it that it's just dramatically raises the visibility. And then when they see those screenshots like you posted today compared to what these people are saying, those people are going to look stupid, and even more people are going to be interested in Ember." And that is actually happening as of today. And I can tell you that haters are super, super mad. But it is working in our favor. It's a double-edged sword, right? So basically, we took some hits doing it, but we actually turned it around to our advantage. And so I'm hoping that continues, that we can continue to leverage that, because people really want to see this game succeed, and they're with us as long as we keep producing content. So that is the plan. 15 builds this year. That's a lot. That's more than we've probably ever had. And you're going to see the pace increase dramatically. And like I said, it's going to be on a TikTok basis. So you get a minor refresh, then you get some new features, then you get another minor refresh. That type of pacing is what you can expect. Yeah, we're not going to post old content anymore because we don't need to. Now, I and the team, we've been working 10-hour days for maybe 3 weeks. Oh, the towers look so cool with a glow. Look. The Tiki Towers look so good with all the Omni frame lights and the nighttime lighting. Not that I have ever been had the ability to get on top of a tower. I'll leave that to you guys. And we got some server jitter here. This server jitter, a lot of it comes from the old player system. We're using an old animation system called ALS on the player still. We haven't switched over to our new custom animation system that we wrote ourselves. And when we switch over to that, that's going to help performance on the client. And on the server, we have some other tricks there to make sure that it doesn't happen. But right now, you've got all of this ALS plugin, which wasn't the most performant thing, running on the server. And whenever that happens, your frame rate doesn't really drop, but you'll see like weird animation glitches. So that's what you're seeing. Whenever you see animations glitch out or warping, that's a server issue. Check your frame rate. The F3 key lets you toggle it. And when you give us feedback, you can tell us what type of lag you were experiencing. That's very important to us. We need to know if it's client-side lag or if it's server-side lag, and that's how you tell. All right, if you have bugs, thank you for sharing the screenshot. Don't forget to also post them in the demo issue tracker that's in there. And one thing that we're going to do is I'd like to find a website that we can put up that has a more a professional bug tracking system so that we can reach out and verify. See, that's server lag right there. This guy popping back and forth. Oh, and we have a lot more players in game now. That's probably why. Yeah, I suspect this is the player animation system, which we haven't touched yet. The swarmers are actually super efficient. The Tihu are okay. They're not fully over to animation sharing, but they will be soon. And then we'll replace the player system when we do the final characters. So that's another M3 goal, by the way, is finalizing the male and female characters. You know, people have poked fun of our females and stuff. The female model is actually excellent. If you look at the Felly Gatestrider model, she's great. But when we use ALS and the default poses and animations, then she doesn't look so great. The other thing is I want to do a hair and texture pass on her and makeup. Because let's face it, the waifu qualities have improved. If you play, First Descendant or Stellar Blade or anything else, waifus are a really big thing. Didn't I predict that, guys? Do you guys remember me saying years ago that waifus are going to be really popular in games? And turns out I was right. So, so yeah, and I don't think there's anything wrong with our model. It's just that we have plastic hair right now. We don't have actual hair system, and we don't have, makeup on them yet. Makeup and final textures. So I'd like to do that. I did reach out. Hair is difficult. So there are a couple of people on X, because a lot of developers follow me, said, hey, I run an outsourcing firm, or I do this and that. And they have agreed to help out with the hair and maybe some of the makeup, but they are not cheap. When we have to go outside to a professional company like that, not an individual contractor, I mean, just to get the hair done alone, you're looking at $3 to $5 grand, right? And that's still pretty good. That's a good price they're offering me. But this is another reason we could use your support, and having you guys resub would be fantastic. We would really like to get our models out, because if we can have the male and female model out, then after M3, we can do a couple things. We can actually build home again, because we can have pilots walking around, and we can have photo mode for them as well. We can have, and then, which is, I haven't said this for sure yet to the team, but after M3, what I would really like to do is the light frame. I would like to do the light frame and individual pilots running around. And to do that, We want to just get those improvements to our character: new hair, new makeup, and new rigging. Because before people would joke about us adding breast physics and stuff, but now it's a must-have. I mean, they don't just have breast physics in Near Automata and Stellar Blade and First Descendant. They're doing thigh jiggles, butt jiggles, all this sort of stuff. So we need a little bit of refinement on that. And again, I do have an outsourcer for that, someone who's been rigging with us for many years. And luckily, they are not that expensive, but it's a task that I would like to do to get those features back in there. Animators, we have an animator on contract. He's always available and he's reasonably priced. But you also have me now. I've been doing a lot of animations, especially since a software called Cascadeur came out. And I've probably done 100, 200 practice animations, and so I'll be able to cover most of the, I would say, the less involved animations required for the game. So I have been training up. In the last 14 months, haven't just been sitting around. I have been practicing. My modeling has gotten a ton better. Obviously, my texturing has gotten a lot better. I mean, these guys look, I think, comparable to what's out there and better than most indie games, especially for not being, super simple cartoony stuff. All right, checking chat again. Well, you should be able to control the amount of jiggle you want. So if you want a little bit of jiggle, you can. If you want a lot of jiggle, you can. And remember, the goal is to sort of like have a mode where if you don't want to see that stuff, you don't have to see it on other people. Leandri, the new skins are in people's inventories, but no, I haven't posted them to chat yet. Hadn't thought about that, and I really can't like leave the keyboard right now to do it, but I will later. I think maybe we'll do a skins channel or something like that. Do we have a skins channel? Mods, is there a skin channel that we can just post to?
No, but there can be.
Okay, so we can do that so people can see what the latest skins are. But yeah, in order of importance, I think if you guys subscribe today, that would help us out a lot. If you come back and subscribe, that would be immense. And of course, to achieve some of these things for M3, upgrade your backer packs, 25% off. You get a really cool drone that you'll be able to show off next build. And for Arc Liege, you get if you upgrade to Arc Liege, you also get the Chroma version of that, and it will be Chroma. We'll have that working also in the next build. There are other rewards coming. Like I said, we'll do the low-hanging fruit stuff that probably starting from the oldest builds. So things like the credit wall in game for the first round of M1 backers. The flags on the back of Omniframes is something we can do very quickly. We won't do all the ones because remember they were promised for launch, but you guys have waited long enough, right? So let's start getting them to you as soon as we can. Yeah, that's the Arc Liege one, the Chroma drone, and it's going to hover right off of your shoulder, either left or right. Haven't decided yet, and it's going to be basically a point defense laser system. This is not a sold ability. Everybody has the basic ability, but they're going to have a plain vanilla drone. What you are buying is a skin for that ability, a skin for that drone that you can so that when you use the ability, you get your special model and your special effects instead of the regular one that everybody else can slot. That is a new Arc Liege perk, the Founder Chroma drone, the Sentinel drone, and it's what you'll get in 3 or 4 weeks. So you'll actually have it in game. We are modifying the login system so that they are aware of backer packs and roles, so we can start, doing those backer rewards. And like I said, we're aiming for 10 to 15 builds this year, and it's already April 2nd. So you can tell that the pace is going to be far greater than it ever was before. And I feel confident the team has come together. I have more people helping and contributing. I have people I can't tell you about that are consulting with us from the AAA industry. So when I have questions about lighting or if we have questions about server backend, you are actually getting the top people in the industry as advisors to us. Now, they don't want to be public because they share my politics, right? And they don't want to take the heat. I tank for everybody who has these same opinions of me. And please don't talk politics in here, but I'm just mentioning it because I wanted to let you know why I cannot mention these names. But I have some of the best people in the industry as advisors to us now, for the game and for the company. All right, checking chat here again. And no, and these advisors, they're doing it for free. They're doing it because they want to see us win. Everybody wants to see us win. And everyone is so annoyed that I posted those screenshots today because they want to see us lose so badly. So our fictional war here in Ember is actually a real life uh, um, conflict that's actually helping us. It's actually helping us. We have so much visibility. They can't help but to talk about the game. And so we are probably the most talked about indie project out there at the moment. And that is a double-edged sword, but it works in our favor as long as we keep delivering these builds. And we are, and that's the whole strategy. That's the whole plan today. That's why you see that we've got the final art in for the Tsihu. We've got the final art in for the Swarmers. Pretty soon you're going to have a medium Omni frame that looks a lot more updated than this. And then you're going to see backer rewards coming in, and it's just going to drive people nuts. And we're going to have so many people cheering for us on social media, you will not believe it. They want to see us win. And to do that, I need your guys' help, man. I have the help of all the excellent devs here. I mean, even Fillmore is helping us out, on stuff. And we've got Harry, of course. Harry's doing fantastic. M's doing great on the back end and also server deployments. Neo, our new dev, doing great. Potentially have a Red 5 guy joining us. So yeah, the team has been so strong, guys, for the past 3 weeks. Like I said, 10-hour days, 12-hour days. We were up last night. You saw me in the channel, probably up till 2, 3 in the morning. We were all working to get this to happen, to get everything working again, and in a better position than it's ever been before to build upon. So I'm really proud of the team, and I want to thank them very, very much because they didn't have to do that. Nobody had to do this. They did it because they want to win, and we want to win, and we want you guys to win. And we're going to win so hard. We're going to win so hard, guys. It's going to be amazing. I mean, I'm already enjoying this. It's way too easy, but I can just see once I go in and I'm going to rewrite the thumper encounter. I'm going to restructure it to feel a little more firefallish, but with more hordes and and like I said, a little touch of Space Marine 2 coming in here too. There is some more back end we need to do. Like I said, the player animation system, the ability system, we want to change over to something called Gas, which is Unreal's modular ability system, so we can easily add more things to and more weapons to characters. But gliding still feels good. I heard someone say that controls are really feeling good in the game. I agree. I like it better than say how it feels when I'm flying around in Armored Core. I know some of you Armored Core fans are gonna be like, no, 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 Armored Core is the best. But I mean, personally, for me, this type of movement, it's very swoopy, it's very divey, it feels very smooth. I like it a lot. We are getting a little bit of lag here. We do have a lot of players in here who are, because of the old animation system, eating up frame rate on the server. It's not a client side issue. It's a server side issue, but I'm proud of what we did with this milestone, what the whole team has done, and I think it looks so much better. It looks so much more polished, and like I said, there's a lot of all the temporary art is gone, and we're doing good, and we want to keep continuing to do good. And we haven't taken any backing in 14 months. That's a long time, and and that is I've been paying it out of pocket. So some of you guys are some of my critics are like, oh, you're monetized on X. Well, it's like, yeah, you don't. First of all, you should do nothing for free, right? If you're gonna fight for a cause and there's stuff to say, you might as well get a little bit of monetization out of it. I've been putting that into the bills, basically, servers and everything else. So the reason why we are on Rumble and reason why everything else, that's all covered by X. And but we need more help because there's more that we need to do on the daily. We need to get more software for development, and those all how everyone's moved to monthly subscriptions for that, so we can't just pay once. All of these are fixed costs. Our fixed costs are easily 1,500 a month, more closer to 2 grand a month just for all the servers, just for all the software, just for all the things we use, source control, everything, encrypted shared drives, all that stuff costs money and it adds up quickly. We have been trimming costs a lot over the past year. I cut a ton of costs from our monthly costs. But yeah, we need more subscribers. We need more subscribers so that, we can fully fund it with your guys' help rather than me having to pay out of pocket all the time to do it. Uh-oh, you're in space. You see no stars. Yeah, right now this is a default sky dome that just comes with Unreal. It's not the one we're going to use. I like the plasma cannon. It's just, I think it's a little OP right now, especially for swarmers. You can just one-shot the swarmers with them and take out a whole pack. I think Crater should take out a whole pack of swarmers, though. I think that should be cool. And when they do, we want to add impulse physics to them, so they actually fly in the air a little bit. We'll see about that. I think that'd be cool. Please buy pets. I haven't asked you guys for money in a long time. I haven't asked anybody. People say I shill for the game, but I don't. In the past 14 months, I've never asked for anything. And in fact, you could not buy a backer pack. And I never asked for subscriptions, but I'm asking now, guys, because we need it. We really could, to keep this pace as fast as we want to keep it, we really could use the help. And so I'm being completely shameless here. For the first time ever, I am shilling for the game because I think it's worth it. I think you can see what we've done here. If you like what we've done, please resub. Show your support, and if you can, upgrade a backer pack because we could use that too. But I understand times are tough. If times are tough, just do a sub. We'll get you those 4 skins since December. If you've been inactive, we'll reinstate you. I know there are a lot of subscribers up there who aren't with us anymore. When I deactivated skins, the skins are back. And you do get the drone when you upgrade. When you upgrade or buy a new pack, you get the drone. And it'll appear in your inventory. Not just a perk on your pack, it'll actually appear in your inventory with a description and everything like a regular skin. Yeah, I'm sorry about reloading the page each time you have to click an image. There is a light box. So when you scan the skins and you scan the stuff, if you click on the very bottom edge of the browser, you can exit the screen. Otherwise, you have to hit the refresh button and you can get out of it. Zeke, if you can't upgrade because you're an Arc-Liege, you do get the Chroma version right off the bat. So that should already be your inventory. If you want to support the game further than that, buy a subscription. Or if you don't want to do that, you can do a couple things. You can go to the general store. You can buy a catch-up pack on skins, or you can buy an individual skin, or you can just buy another pack. You can buy a base level pack that you can gift to a friend later, and which is also upgradable. So if you are already an Arc-Liege and you would like to support us, I would say make sure you're subbed first thing. Buy a sub and buy an extra low-level pack that you can give to a friend. And all packs are 25% off. So yeah, I know. There's nothing for Arc-Lieges to buy, but you can definitely buy a pack and you can definitely get a sub. And subs help us quite a bit right now. All right, I'm just gonna fly around. You guys can call down thumpers and stuff like you're doing. I'm gonna just to keep the action going on screen. I'm gonna try to talk to chat here. Okay. Keep bugs in the bug channel. I see them. I see the teleport bug you're talking about, Kato. And we definitely want to know about the bugs. Upgrades are discounted too, so any upgrade is 25% off. So it's a really good deal. You guys know we do not do 25% off usually. Usually we do like a 10 to 15%, but it's been a long time and you guys have been waiting a long time, so I think, you guys deserve a deep discount and obviously, we want to encourage sales. I'm not trying to be all marketing speak here. It's like no, we're doing the founder drone and we're doing the discounts in order to encourage people to come back. And we're doing the 4 skins on subscription because we would like people to come back because we're ready now. You are going to see 10 to 15 builds from us this year alone. And not only that, the more important thing is everything that we said for Indiegogo M3 is going to be done here in the next 3 to 6 builds. Now to do that, we do need some backer pack money because we have to finish the model we have for the Tsihu. Here's what we did. You remember the original Tsihu, right? Let me see if I can find one. The original Tsihu, oh, he's dead, but he'll do. Didn't look like this. But instead of redoing the whole model, we took his base model and I hired, again, it was modeled by someone who used to work for Namco, Nintendo, Smash Brothers, all that stuff. So we're getting real talent. When you help us back, I am negotiating very good rates with some very talented people, and that's why the models look as good as they do. But yeah, we're not completely going to rebuild the beast from scratch. If you remember the art demo, the beast that the Tsihu transform into, we're not going to completely start from scratch. We're going to take that base model and we're going to improve it like we did with the Tsihu. And that's another way we keep costs down is we don't throw stuff out. We take it as a base model and we improve upon it, and that helps with speed of iteration too. So yeah, in order to do that, need some backer packs. Get my modeler back online to do a once over. It's probably going to be Toshi. So we get Toshi to refresh the beast mode, and then we'll work on a special model of the Tsihu that's scaled up in a different color, and that'll be the shapeshifter ones. Because we did promise shapeshifter Tsihu in M3, and I don't want to give the haters any ammunition to say that we didn't do this feature or that feature. You guys know why we moved away from shapeshifting to focus on other things, but they're right in the sense that we did promise that, and so we are going to deliver on that. Let's see. How long do I have to upgrade the drone? How long will the 25% sale be on? You have 7 days for the 25%, but we're going to keep the upgrades around for 30 days. So you have 30 days on the upgrade, but the 25% is a 7-day thing. I'd love to see a minigun. I'll even use my Kaiju Slayer perks for it. Well, after we get the modular weapon system in, which is an Indiegogo goal for the art pipeline, remember, and we were very clear about this. It's not that players can swap stocks and barrels and things like that. It's so that we can get an art pipeline in where we create gun components and we can quickly create guns. If we get to that point, one of the things you could potentially vote on in Milestone is maybe we'll say, hey, what weapon would you like to see next from Firefall? Would you like to see the minigun? Would you like to see anything Arsenal-like, right? That could be a thing. That could be one of those little things you vote on. Zerbonaut says, wait, if you're doing absolutely everything, does that mean the TTRPG is back on the table or only game-related items? The TTRPG was not a part of the Indiegogo that I remember. It's part of the subscription plan, but I do want to do that. And here's a really good reason why I want to do that sooner rather than later, even though it's not going to be the focus of my time, is because my kids are getting older, right? And pretty soon they're going to be going off, college, whatever. and I'll lose my daily playtesters that I have access to because we all play D&D together, right? So I'd like to get started on that rule set and refresh that. The other thing that's happening is my writing has improved a lot. So I will be taking a new pass through the novel and tightening up some of the lore and getting that going. Look at all you guys. Oh, that warms my heart. Look at all you guys in here. That's great to see. It's so nice to see the build with all the backers back. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. My heart goes out to you. No, I will avoid anything incriminating when doing gestures like that. But but my heart does go back out to you. You guys have really done
You
a lot.
stop it, sir.
It's nice to see you folks. Who's ready for a new map? That's one of the things that's my job. I'm ready for a new map. I want to do the volcanic icy terrain thing. Who's ready to see some melding? Remember, these are terraforming bubbles, so they actually have a melding wall. Hill, the Red 5 guy, he says he thinks he can do a pretty kick-ass melding effect in Unreal. So help me get him on board, please. He's been around for a while in our server, and he worked at Red 5, and I don't want to out him. I don't want to say who he is, but he did a lot of the visual effects there, and he's talking about maybe making them a little stylized. We'll see. We'll see what he has for in mind for art direction. Oh, I keep shooting at the guys. Also, lights on the Omni frame. Pretty cool, huh? Oh, and the glare from the dropship. Maybe too much glare. We put running lights on the dropship, like Star Trek. You know how there's no lights in space, but that the Enterprise is always lit perfectly? Stuff like that. All right, guys. I am keeping these streams to an hour so I don't completely toast my voice. But let me ask you this. I'm not going to go right away. And we do have another one at 2 o'clock, and we have another one at 5 o'clock. But I just want to ask you guys, how are we doing here? How's the vibe? How are you feeling? Let me know, chat. I'm watching. How are you feeling about the build? Do you feel like you know what our plan is and where we're going forward from here? That's important too. The vibe is sufficient. I'll take sufficient. Sufficient's a lot better. I would like to be able to exit the frame again. Yes, once we do that hair and makeup and rigging pass. Oh, it's great. Vibe is back, super hyped. I'm actually having a very good time. I'm happy we are back ready to kick some ass. I'll be very honest, I would have really liked to see progress like this about 2 years ago. Me too. But you are now. That's where we are now. And whether or not that's enough for you is a personal decision. But my promise to you is a new build in 3 or 4 weeks with Founder Drones. Vessian asked if there are other options for paying. Unfortunately, no. PayPal doesn't like crowdsourcing, and they kind of let us know that. But Stripe works, so that's why we're with Stripe right now. I don't know if that's a European payment issue he's having, but he can DM me and tell me personally what payment providers work for him, and maybe we can add another payment provider down the line. Just loved gliding around. Long time without having to land and recharge. Yep. These are upgraded jets, and that's part of what makes upgraded jets and gliding. This is if you were crafting your frame and you had like max capacity stuff. We're actually going to dial it back to more firefall levels at the start because it actually makes it a easier game when you have this much mobility. But we still want to maintain that easy switch between glide and jet. Firefall didn't, you had to use a jump pad in order to do that. But I think what we love here, what people are enjoying is the ability to jet up and pop wings at any time. Cyanide Consumer says, can't change the past. Think we were all bummed about that, though, but let's hope for the best now. Indeed. And we don't want to be trapped by our past either, right? I don't know if you guys are are into philosophy or anything like that, but if you let the past control you, if you let the past dictate what you're going to do for the future, that holds you back. That's a mental prison. And so the way I look at it is, you know, what are we doing today, right here today? And I think it's looking really good. And what are we going to do tomorrow? And that's what keeps me going. Getting PayPal would help a lot for people pay for stuff. PayPal does not do crowdsourcing, so that is an issue, unfortunately. You know, they've been getting a lot stricter about that. Let's see. Other questions are. Archon Mako says, I'm a results now kind of guy. If it's more than I had before, it's a win in my book. Yes, and there's definitely more here. And we finally finished the art refresh on 2 of the NPCs, the 2 main NPCs, and we're going to do it to the Tihu Beast mode, and we're going to do it to the mini kaiju that we had in the art demo, and we're going to do it to the Omniframe. And Omniframe is free of charge because that's me. I've gotten good enough now that I can pull that off. And I actually built this one, but I'm not happy with it. This is like my first 3D modeling, serious 3D modeling attempt. And I think it's okay, but I can do so much better now. So I'm really looking forward, especially the new styles that we have. Zab says, vibe is great for now. Follow-up is important. The roadmap sounds great, but I am looking for you to put that on the site. Yes, with the site retheme, you're going to see us switch over to the milestone-based system. And if that works out, we may not do a Kickstarter at all. We'll just keep doing milestones. But if we think like we need the publicity boost that a Kickstarter would do, then that's something that we can definitely consider. So yeah, instead of a timeline, what you'll see is milestones and parts of that milestone you'll be able to vote on the site. The other feature that we're planning for the site is a pack comparator. I know you guys have been going out and using community tools for that. Thank you guys for creating that. But that's going to be built directly into the new theme. I don't have an ETA for the new theme. It's not a priority for us except for the milestone stuff. You know, and I think you guys agree with that the game is the focus. So that's why we put up the OG theme for now. But you will see the new theme. And if we go and I think the milestone is probably the most important factor of that. So seeing what's up with that. Glad to see that we're all still here. Dita40K says, hi everyone, long time no see. Dita, I need an update to my avatar. I need to take the Ember logo off because that's no longer our name here. We had some troll create some kind of porn game on it, and they did it just to attack us. But luckily, that was never going to be the name. But I do need the logo erased, and you did such a great job on my Avi. I would appreciate any help with that. Engineer light frame when? Well, you know, we're not doing frames per se so much as loadouts that you can craft and customize. But the Sentinel bot, that sounds kind of engineering. The Sentinel bot that you get is for buying a pack or an upgrade today is the one that sits over your shoulder, and it's a laser point defense system. Of course, turret number 2 is a cosmetic pet that was meant to be a backer reward. That's another one we could potentially do and deliver quickly, and that'll give you that flavor. But like I said, our focus right now is the M3 goals. Let's wrap that up. We've got the Thumper encounter. Let's get the shape-shifting Tihu in there and the final mini boss in there, and that is it. That is all that's left essentially for M3. There's a couple little things there, you know, that we have to do, like, you know, hard driver mode for the Omniframe. Oh, that's interesting. I'm continuously jetting up. Oh, I had Afterburner. So let's glide down here. Let's see. Zab says, definitely a bummer that the Ember keychain I made is going to be the wrong logo. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But to give you some idea of the costs, like to rebrand and file the trademarks, you're looking at logo redesign and you're looking at trademark filing. Trademark filing, you can start, not finish, but you can start for about $500, and then it's a long 6-12 month process. New logo work, you're looking at a minimum of because I use a very good guy for it. You're looking at a minimum of like for all the remember it's not just a logo. It's like the logo in game, but there's also the widgets on the site and all that stuff. That's about $1,500. So there are real costs involved here. But you're getting some of the best people in the business. They can't identify themselves, but I can tell you that we have top men and women working, advising us either on a volunteer basis or willing to do work for us if we can get stuff together. And like I said, I mean, these guys are made by a AAA artist, right? Uh, okay, I'll just give you another hint. If you like the models in Monster Hunter, and if you like the models in like Smash Brothers or Namco games, you are getting some of those artists. And of course, we have an artist just as good as they are, Toshi. And Toshi is also available for additional artwork. So we have a great art team, and then you've got me texturing. So I'm able to do texturing. I no longer have to outsource that. I do that for free, guys. All right, looking at chat here. Giga Bear says, "Wish I could have caught all three, but I'll have to settle for two." Giga, I want to say thank you. You know that Giga and I had a little falling out for a while, but we've gotten back together, and we're like friggin' comrade in arms here. He's done so much to help Ember behind the scenes. He's one of our best pen testers out there. So and when we need to know if there are problems with our website or problems even in the build, Giga is really good at finding those out and really good at explaining them. So, and he's done tons of support for the game. I just want to give him a call out. He doesn't get anywhere near the sort of recognition that he should. He deserves a lot more. And we've been working together, on Ember PR and stuff for like almost a year now. And it's been great. And so thank you, Giga. And also Neo, I want to thank Neo, the new member to our dev team, for doing the swarmers, animation sharing and stuff. He has put so many hours into this in the past couple of weeks. I can't thank him enough for that. I want to thank Harry because whenever we have a huge server issue or really hard technical problem, Harry is the giant brains. He goes in and figures it out. And we really couldn't do this stuff without Harry and all the networking as well. Of course, I want to thank. She did tremendous amount of work to get our back end moved to Rumble, our new partner, and she has a great mind for catching all the edge cases and issues that might happen and heading them off so that they're never a problem. And she also deploys all our servers, so I'm really grateful for that. I know I'm leaving people out here. I feel bad, but I'm just so excited right now, and and I want to get in chat here. Let's see. Oh my god, are those adorable little Zergling rat things, says Lord Shadow. Yeah, they are. We call them knee biters or swarmers. They don't. I'll give them an official lore name, but they are like little Zerglings. They're our version of Iranas from Firefall. So, the Iranas were kind of the shell crab-like creatures. Ours look more like Zerglings or Tyranids from 40K. I think I'm going to make them I'm going to have bigger versions. So that's an easy thing we can do to get some enemy varieties. We can scale some of these up, and maybe those are the ones that have the beam attack. Remember that we gave them a laser beam attack for ranged attack? I think that we can just simply scale up one of these guys. We can give them a little bit of a different texture hue and give them a beam weapon. I love that thumper pickup. Thank you, Ben, for that. And then Neo and I worked on some lights for it. Little too bright right now. A little too bright. But that's okay. Like I said, one of the AAA guys that's helping me out with advice is a lighting expert, and so I'll be asking him about how to tune the lighting in our level. Not for this level. For the new one that I'm building, I'm doing a whole new terrain, and we're going to experiment a little bit later on if we do another milestone with procedural terrain. But for now, M3 is just the map we promised. I'll be switching over to nanite textures. Remember, we had a nanite level and it looked pretty good, but it was not that performant. Well, there's a way you can have nanite textures on the terrain, and we can get rid of some of this normal map stuff that doesn't look very good right now and replace it with stuff that tessellates. So we'll see how that goes. Stormbringer says, all I can say is amazing work, dev team. Thank you very much. Yeah, Leandri's posting some earlier stuff. But yeah, you'll see me posting more on social media. We have an issue with video capture right now that's a little bit weird that we're working on, so I wasn't able to capture any video of this at all. But I would like to do that. And then we are working on, as a priority, a photo mode, not because it's essential to M3, but because we want to release good screenshots and stuff, and it's currently very laborious to do that. Just to get 5 screenshots took like 3 hours of work in editor to do. So having a photo mode here is going to be great, so I can take some promotional shots and share them in social media, and so that you guys too, so that you guys are able to do that and share high quality images of the game. And when we get the waifus in there, which is a actually is going to be part of M3, part of the Indiegogo is getting our male female pilots up to snuff. So like I said, I need to get hair for that. That's going to be a couple grand. I need to get retexture, and I want to do a little bit of re-rigging. So please help us out. We'll do what we can, but if you can upgrade a backer pack, get a drone that will ship in the game 3 or 4 weeks from now, buy a subscription. That's still $7.95. It's still a great value. That'll help us a lot to make sure that we get everything in here that we want to get in here. And when we get the waifus in here and we have photo mode, oh, people are going to go crazy. I told you guys years ago, everyone was like, why are you doing waifus? I said, waifus and mechs are like catnip. It's like, look at Mecha Break, right? There's proof right there. So that's going to bring a lot of new people in as well. All right, guys, I do have to take a little bit of a rest and prepare for the next Chief Chat. We're doing 3 of these today. If you want to come back, please come back. We're doing one at 2 o'clock, and we're doing one at 5 o'clock. And again, please log into the site and resubscribe. If you do nothing else, please resubscribe to us. That would really, really help. All right. I want to thank you all for the great stream. I'm going to duck out here and leave it up to Ronan to wrap up.
Oh man, it is so good to be back. So good to be talking to you all again and hearing you speak. The excitement. This is what I am here for. As usual, I just want to say goodbye after a quick thank you. Everybody, make sure to just play the demo if you haven't already.
Holy crap. No, wait. I forgot to thank Ronan and Faye and our incredible moderator team who have had to deal with so much crap for the past year. You guys are like gold. Thank you so very much. All right, I'm out.
That's funny. That is awesome. Okay, so yes, please hop on the demo, play it, check it out, give us some details, let us know what you think about it. We're going to be improving it quite a bit over this next, several weeks. So stick with us, stay open, stay honest, and stay here. Until next time. Deep Strike!